Welcome to the Pure Round 3 Adjudication video tutorial on the Rome Pure website. First and foremost, if you have been assigned more than one role, you will need to update your current role to Site Adjudication. Set that as current, and then move on to your adjudication dashboard, which is what we have open right now. We'll go through this dashboard and then get started. So first you're going to see three pie charts here. The first pie chart is going to give your individual results. So how many are complete or versus incomplete. Your incomplete list is also going to be listed here for you for quick access. These will be direct links to that event adjudication. Your individual results will also be listed here. This is the same information as in this pie chart. You're going to see your adjudication status by center. This is the completion rate for all adjudicators within your site, if you happen to have more than one. And then the overall events is your site breakdown of top events. And you will notice that you'll notice hospitalization and kidney in this pie chart. And this is because we have an internal nephrologist who is adjudicating all kidney events. So last but not least is the pickup lists. So here's where you will pick up your events ready for adjudication. This is your incomplete total list and your total complete list by IDs. So if you wanted to go in and review your completed list, you could do that. So let's go ahead and open up our pickup list. So all these events are ready for adjudication. They are listed by member ID so that you are able to see if one participant has more than one event. So this person here has a cancer, heart failure, stroke, and MI. Over here, there are some filters. You can filter by adjudicator within your site, or a site that has specific adjudicators only adjudicating specific events. You can pull up a specific event like just cancers or just deaths, and then you can also pull up by household or community. So for this tutorial, we're going to go ahead and open this death report and work our way through the full adjudication process. So you're going to go over to Action, select Start Adjudication. Now every event will always open to this adjudication wizard. It's going to give you a few details of the event along with this overview flowchart of the process of reviewing the event and adjudicating. We're going to go to Next Step, which is going to open up your death event CRF. So if this participant has more than one event CRF, they are going to be captured up here in the tabs. So this person has an injury report that we also need to review before starting adjudication. So you're going to scroll down and review your event CRF, just like you would with a paper copy, reviewing the reported event date, any events or diagnoses that were reported since the last follow-up. So this is where the injury is captured. And then as a primary cause of death, they have listed injury. We're going to keep scrolling down to the bottom. They have uploaded a death certificate for this participant. So you're going to go ahead and click on it. It's going to open in a new window, Review, and then you can just toggle back to the main page. So I'm going to continue. And I'm going to review the injury report now before adjudication. Making note of the date. This person had a road traffic accident. Nature of the injury. and then there is another supporting doc that is uploaded. So I'm going to go ahead and open that, review, and then toggle back. So once you have finished reviewing all the event CRFs, you're going to go down to the Begin Adjudication button. And it should be noted that when you press this button, this event will be locked to you for adjudication. So once you begin the actual process of adjudication and you open the adjudication CRF, no other adjudicators within your site will be able to complete that form. So we're going to go ahead and open it up. It's going to ask me if I'd like to confirm this, since it will now be locked to myself. I'm going to say yes. And this opens up our actual event adjudication form. So here you're going to notice that you have an extra button for page info, which is just the facing page from our original CRF. So you can go through and review if you need to. You're going to see the reported date event that is pulled over from the event CRF. You're going to see the reported cause of death, which is also pulled over and pre-populated from the death event. And then we're going to go scroll down to select how the diagnosis was made. So for this case, we did have a medical record and a discharge summary. So I'm going to go ahead and check medical record. Let's just say there was only a VA, I would have checked that. Or let's say if there was just a narrative summary or an additional narrative summary, I would go ahead and check other and then type in narrative. Since this is a death event adjudication, I do not need to select whether or not the event was fatal or non-fatal. All the rest of the event adjudication forms will have an option here for you to check fatal or non-fatal. So the final date of death, this is whether or not I agree with the reported date of event. So this is November 20th, 2020 is the reported event date. If I agree with that based on source documentation, then I can go ahead and enter the same date. Or if I felt based on source documentation, this was actually in December, not November, I can go ahead and submit that. And this is the final date of event. This is what will be included in all the analysis. So because this is a death adjudication, all of my drop-down menus are only going to populate fatal codes. If this was a regular event adjudication for MI, a stroke, there will be this option for fatal and non-fatal that would populate here. Once that one of those are checked, then that would pre-populate your drop-downs for your codes either in fatal or non-fatal. But since we are doing a death, we know that it is fatal. And our first category, or our first drop-down is our category. So we know that this is an injury death if this is what I'm agreeing to. So I'm going to go ahead and type in injury, and it's going to pop up fatal injury, death due to injury for me, and I'm going to select that. Now it should be noted that any drop-down menu in this platform, if you click the arrow, it's only ever going to show you the first 20. So you will need to start typing. So if I felt like this was COVID, let's just say it's going to populate the category of fatal infections, COVID-19. But for the sake of this tutorial right now, we're going to agree that this was an injury death. So I'm going to go ahead and type injury, select fatal injury, and then this selection here, what I chose here, is only going to populate the corresponding pure code and probability. So injury does not have a probability assigned to it, so we're going to just select. And you're going to see that you're going to get a notice that says you are agreeing with the reported cause of death. For now, this is only going to show for a death adjudication. The regular other top 4 events will not have this notification yet. Now, if I want to backtrack and show you that I actually did maybe maybe I wanted to say that I disagree with this injury. Let's just say maybe this person um, had a stroke first and then fell and then got into an accident and that's how they died. So let's just say I chose cardiovascular fatal stroke. This is only going to show me the options for fatal stroke because of my selection here. Based on the definitions, I'm going to say for this case that I believe it's a possible, and then you're going to see that a notification is going to populate saying you are disagreeing with the reported cause of death. Now, if I tried to finish this adjudication incomplete because I haven't selected my ICD-10 code yet, I'd like to show you that if you try to submit that, it's only going to be saved as incomplete. It's not going to be showing that it's a completed submitted adjudication. So this is going to go to your incomplete list. So if I want to go ahead and finish up this adjudication, I'm refuting to a possible fatal stroke. You're going to see here that in the drop down, it's only showing you the options for possible fatal stroke for ICD-10. I'm going to select my type. And then for additional comments, if you are agreeing with the event, it's an optional option to add additional comments. However, if you are refuting, we do prefer that you provide a reason for refuting. So I feel confident in my decision. Everything is completed and checked off, so I'm going to go ahead and submit. It's going to ask me if I would like to confirm. I'm going to say yes or confirm. Otherwise, if I wanted to go back and review one more time or change an answer, I can select cancel now. Once you hit this confirm button, you are not able to go back and revise an event adjudication form. So I feel confident. It's going to show me that it's been successfully completed. And it's going to bring me back to this completion wizard page where it's going to give me the details again. And from there, I can either go back to the dashboard or I can pick up another event for adjudication. Let's go back to the dashboard, and now you're going to see that it's going to show that I have 3 complete now as well. And that concludes the video tutorial for round 3 adjudication. Thank you.